agency, headquartered out of New York. And I head up a practice called Touch, which is basically interactive out of home. So it's a subset of digital out of home, but focusing on creating interactive experiences that live inside of physical environments. I get this question a lot, why touch? Well, it's a term for a type of technology, touchscreen technology. But more importantly, it ladders up to our mission, which is about creating, allowing brands to evolve from the age of communication to the age of participation. And participation to us is an important part of connecting with the brand and your customers. And the reason I like the word participation is it involves the term involvement and sharing. And when you think about why do you get people to participate, I always come back to this very old phrase that I've been using for the last 10 years in the interactive space. Tell me and I will forget, show me and I may remember, involve me and I will understand. The concept of getting people involved is the concept of participation. And that's why we create touchscreen experiences to get people involved into those experiences. Here's a quick video of some of the work.
Possible Worldwide pioneered the use of large-scale touchscreen experiences and continues to set the standard for designing and implementing touch for the point of sale. To drive sales of cosmetics to younger women, Macy's made the strategic shift to integrate touchscreen kiosks at its retail locations. The Macy's Beauty Spot provides an innovative service, showcasing a curated set of products and providing an editorial context for personalized suggestions. Hong Kong Jockey Club is using touch to make horse racing more appealing to a younger clientele. At large touchscreen tables that can seat up to 8, bettors can research horses, jockeys, and other details they need to place bets by simply tapping, dragging, and dropping. In providing parents of gamers with an in-store resource for learning about video games, the Target Video Game Advisor helps these key consumers make confident buying decisions. Today, the kiosks are installed in nearly every Target store in the United States. Home Shopping Network is making a strategic investment in touch technology with a massive touch wall appearing at public venues around the country. The wall currently depicts Wolfgang Puck demonstrating his line of kitchenware while coaching guest chefs as they play touch-based games. But the platform can scale to accommodate a range of other experiences. From the groundbreaking touch wall that inspired imaginations at the Cannes Festival to the enterprise-wide adoption of branded touch environments, we're driving the state-of-the-art of communal touch technology and constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
We're going to take a deeper dive now into the Macy's Beauty Spot, which was one of the projects that was referenced in the video. This is a pilot project that is currently located in 4 Macy's stores. It is dropped inside the beauty department, the cosmetic department. This is a picture of its fixture. It is a combination interactive fixture and actual shelf with product on it. The sides have product. It's dual-sided. There's a 40-inch touchscreen that resides on both sides. There's a little camera right there in the middle that you can see underneath the physical sign. And there's a computer and a printer located underneath. The inspiration behind this idea when Macy's came to us and said, look, we're looking to try to make a connection with an audience that is currently not leveraging our cosmetic department, that they're currently walking through our cosmetic department out to the mall and to use other competitors. The first decision was to create something that can provide some form of guidance. Currently, the cosmetic department is very sales-based, so you get pulled in by a brand and then you get sold to. This was about creating a guidance tool so that somebody could have their own time and their own control over browsing and finding beauty products of interest. The next idea was based around inspiration. So a lot of times when you go into a store, you might not know what you want to buy. This experience allows you to find interesting ideas that have been bubbled up from ratings and reviews, as well as kind of top picks that have been curated by Macy's. And of course, they were looking to connect with a younger audience. The demographic that was not interested in working and shopping in the cosmetic department is the 18 to 30 age that is more interested in shopping at Sephora because it's an open cell environment. So this is a few shots of the screen. I'll take you through briefly how the experience works. There's some, these are modules or applications that reside on the touch screen: Top Picks, Get the Look, and Foundation Finder. These are highly curated experiences that allow the user to click on the top picks and see the top 10 picks that Macy's have defined per category. So mascara, moisturizers, lip gloss, foundations. Get the Look is about actually seeing different specific looks that women put together with a combination of cross-branded products. So here Macy's has an opportunity to have their voice be heard in the beauty conversation with customers that are in the store, but it's not a Chanel exclusive voice or an Estee voice, it's a Macy's voice. And they've now aggregated all of the brands into one channel and are able to recommend and suggest cross brands. Here's a quick screenshot about the top picks. As you can see, all the different brands are represented here that are being sold at Macy's. Here's a Get the Look screenshot, talks about some of the different looks that you would click on. If you clicked on Fresh, you'd see the 7 products that made that fresh look, and they come from different brands. All of this distills you down to what looks like a PDP page from a website. It is a simple page that shows you the price, gives you ratings and reviews, a description, and allows you to share it. You could either email it to yourself, Facebook it, tweet it, and you can add it to a shopping list. So when you add it to a shopping list, it allows you to then kind of gather up the items of interest and then either print it or email it to yourself to then take it on your shopping journey while you're in the store. This empowers the younger audience so they have something to speak and talk to when they go to that Chanel counter for the first time. They actually have something that they're interested in based upon their own research. So how is it working? It's been in the store now for about 3 months, 2 months. No, about 3 months now. And we're starting to gather some of the important data about its usage. And we're classifying them differently. I know we, in this industry, the digital out-of-home industry talks about impressions. We are actually not tracking impressions, though the camera that is embedded inside can track impressions in the sense of being able to see who looked at the unit. We are starting to track interactions and attractions. So interactions, right now 40 people a day in each store are using the application, and we've been defining what the word using means. Each user is browsing and navigating the content through the touchscreen interface, and they're taking a considerable amount of time while they do this, and the time is actually surprising. Most of the time we design an experience that's about 3 minutes in length and no more than 5, and this is dropping right in the middle there. 4 minutes and 24 seconds is the average use of this interactive touchscreen inside the beauty department. And it often terminates into a seed being planted into mind of the user by printing or emailing or just having the name and brand in their mind, and then they go to the actual counter and start to transact. We're starting to work on tying in the POS information into this analysis so we can understand how many sales are being inspired by the beauty spot, and also trying to work on connecting up the shopping list into a POS so that if you want to buy it all, you can just kind of push it and someone can fulfill for you. Attractions are the other thing that we've been tracking. It's not an impression. It's actually somebody coming to the screen and touching it and kind of spending no more than 5 seconds at it and then moving on. And we're getting 50 of those a day, and we're starting to do some customer intercepts to try to understand why are they leaving. But 50 people a day in each store go to the screen and touch it and then kind of look at it for about 5 seconds and then leave. And we're not sure if that's because they don't have the time to proceed or they don't understand its value, but it's certainly interesting because it shows that there's an attraction to the screen that's more than an impression. I think that puts me about out of time. I don't know if there's any time for any questions, but.
I just have 2 quick ones. One is, you know, I think it's fascinating that media has become tactile and people are actually touching it. Do you have any research or even anything anecdotal to show that it changes the engagement or the emotional state of people when they're actually physically manipulating the media they consume?
We know from anecdotally and from customer intercepts that we do with our clients that once people start exploring in the store, they feel more confident and empowered to make a decision. The same thing happened with the Target system. The Target system was a system revolving around suggesting or allowing video games to be considered in store, and mom in that situation was very hesitant to buy a video game when they were in store because she didn't have enough information to make the right decision. So that system provided the information in a self-service capacity, and she felt empowered. That empowerment translated to his lift in sales. And that's the kind of empowerment and confidence that we want to be able to pass along to the user, because they're right then and there, and retailers know that if they can make that connection, that it's an easier sale.
Okay, and I don't think anybody would argue with the supremacy of touch right now with iPads in the tablet market and everything in my pocket. But I know that Dale Herrickstad at Possible, Chief Creative Officer guy, has told me that it's an intermediary step to gestural and other interfaces. Do you think in the next few years touch will go away and we will just be interacting?
Dale and I think of things slightly differently in this category. I love gesture also, but I don't believe it's going to replace touch. Currently, gesture is not specific and detailed enough to navigate an interface. Most of the gesture today is full body gesture, where you're moving your whole body, moving your legs, moving your arms. And that's fun and great when that is the interface. But when you're trying to select something off of a screen, moving your hands around to find that is a little clumsy. I'm sure the technology will improve over time. But it's also clumsy in the sense of the audience. When you're standing there, you need a certain amount of distance from the screen, and other people are walking in between you, and that breaks the field. I actually love gesture in the beginning part of these experiences, where you can be walking by, and the camera can see that somebody's here, and they can see that the person turned, and that is a gesture, and that we can use that information to pull you further in so that you can touch it. And that's the use of gesture that I would prefer, not the notion of replacing user interface design with waving your arms from a distance.
You're using it as metadata now. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Any questions for Eric? Well, thank you. You were awesome in terms of staying on time, by the way.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, Eric. Okay, so